Hello and welcome to another video. This is Salim from First Call Finance. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a very important topic, which is the right way to pay the supplier. This is episode 5 of my free Shopify Mastermind course. On this channel, we provide completely free information for you guys to succeed in e-commerce in 2020. So let's get into it. Alright, so when it comes to paying the supplier, it is really important to understand that there are like 3 different methods that you could use, and the choice of method which you're going to use depends on where you are in dropshipping right now. So if you're a beginner, you use PayPal, and if you're like later on when you start getting sales, you should switch this method to another thing. So let me talk about how important that is. As a beginner, you don't want like most of you barely have any money to start with, so you don't want to risk any money to fraud. It is really vital to ensure that you pay attention to what I'm going to say in this video, because this is probably one of the things that discourages a lot of dropshippers is when they send money to China and they get finessed. So I don't want you guys to go through that. Thankfully, I didn't go through that because I knew how to use the proper way of method. So let's get into it. At the beginning, when you first start, it is best to pay through PayPal. Now, there are some problems and there are some aspects that you should take into consideration. As a beginner, PayPal has one of the best insurance policies. Once you pay, PayPal protects you under the use of goods and services. So make sure if you're paying through PayPal to use goods and services. There are like 2 types of payments on PayPal. You either can select family and friends, or you can select goods and services. If you select family and friends, PayPal is not going to refund you. But if you select goods and services, PayPal is going to protect you. And because they're protecting you, they charge a 4.5% fee on the supplier, not on you, but on the supplier. So if you're negotiating a business deal with a factory in China, and you agree to pay through PayPal, he agrees with you to pay with PayPal. PayPal is going to charge him 4.5% of whatever amount you pay them. And that's why a lot of factories in China refuse to accept PayPal payments, just because they don't like to lose 4.5% of their fee. But since you're a beginner, you want to play it safe, you would want to persuade the supplier that under no condition you're going to pay in any other method other than PayPal. And you can do that by offering to pay the 4.5% fee. So once you hop on WhatsApp to start negotiating the business deal with the supplier, always say, my company prefers paying by PayPal. We cannot offer a payment through other methods unless we establish this business relationship. Like, you just want to pay through PayPal at the beginning because you don't want to lose money. Once you pay once or twice and start getting sales, it's not a problem. Usually factories in China are legit and they don't want to finesse you. They like doing business with foreigners, so they're not going to risk a business relationship for like a couple dollars, right? But just to establish that trust, try as much as you can to pay through PayPal. Negotiate that with them and offer to pay the 4.45% at the beginning, and they should be fine. Now, the next method to pay is through Alipay. Alipay is when you pay directly from AliExpress, and it is so easy to use Alipay. You just go on AliExpress and pay. That's literally the thing. You just pay through AliExpress. So the problem with that is if you pay through Alipay, you're not getting your logo printed on the item. Like, you're not negotiating anything. That's why I don't like it. So try as much as possible to use PayPal. Now, one thing to make sure of that once you register with PayPal or like Alipay, you need to verify your account. If you do not verify your account, Alipay or PayPal are gonna think you're like a bot, or like you're committing some kind of like tax fraud or something. So they're gonna freeze your account, because once the dollars start coming in, like once you start like receiving payments or like sending payments through any of them, they're gonna think that like, where's this money coming from? If you don't verify your account, they're gonna freeze it. And it happened to me. They froze my PayPal account, and I was getting around like $3,000 of sales a day. That was like a year ago, and they froze my PayPal account because I wasn't verified, and that was like a pain in the ass because I had to find another way to receive and send payments until like I resolved the issue with PayPal. So make sure to verify your account before sending and receiving payments. They're not gonna freeze your account right away, but like once you start receiving payments like on a daily basis or sending payments on a daily basis, it's gonna happen. So make sure to verify it. Now later on, when you start getting when you want to order through Alibaba and you start getting like hundreds of orders a day, and like once your business becomes big, you want to pay through like you want to pay for bulk, right? You want to pay to get a lot of items. And in AliExpress, I showed in my previous video, in one of my previous videos, that when you're choosing a supplier, make sure to choose somebody who is under trade assurance. Trade assurance is like a method that Alibaba uses to protect you against fraud. It's the same as PayPal, but it's for Alibaba, so it's the Alibaba protection. In order for you to get the trade assurance, you should do the whole business negotiation with the supplier on Alibaba platform. Now this sucks because Alibaba's message platform is like very slow and very laggy, and like it just sucks. Like if you try it out, you're gonna see that you're not gonna receive any messages from the supplier until like a day later. So messages going back and forth between you and the suppliers, it's going to take like days to finish the deal. So what I recommend, if you want to buy through trade assurance, you should contact the supplier through WhatsApp or WeChat, negotiate the business deal, and then tell them that you want to pay and you want the trade assurance. So tell them that you want to go on Alibaba's platform and send the message again and have them accept on Alibaba platform. You need to get the verification from them on Alibaba message platform. Make sure to do that, because if you don't send and receive messages on Alibaba platform with the supplier, Alibaba is not going to protect you. So lastly and finally, once you start getting big payments, like I'm talking like thousands of dollars, you don't want to pay through PayPal because you don't want to pay 4.5% of your revenue every time you order or receive, right? So what you can do is go to your bank and ask about wire transfers or TT. Wire transfers are usually like, they happen through like a bank. It's like a bank transfer. I'm sure if you go to your bank and ask to do a wire transfer, they're gonna help you do that. It's not a hard thing to do, and it's the best method to send money later once you have like your business. As I said, because it's cheaper, you don't want to pay 4.5% of your revenue, and you don't want to do wire transfers at the beginning, because once the money goes, you can't issue a claim. Like it's just like goes. So as long as your supplier is trusted, as long as you establish the business relationship with them at the beginning, and as long as they didn't finesse you at the beginning, as long as they sent you like your items, they're not gonna like betray you later, because they like doing business with foreigners. Like that's their job. They don't want to like ruin everything. Like that's literally what they do with hundreds of people like you. So don't worry, as long as they didn't finesse you at the beginning, they're not going to do it later. So once you start getting orders once you start doing orders in bulk, and once you start getting orders in thousands of dollars, make sure to use wire transfer. So to wrap it up, guys, at the beginning, try your best to pay through PayPal, and offer to pay the 4.5% fee so you could persuade the supplier to receive your payment through PayPal. If that doesn't work, use Alipay. And later on, when you're ordering from Alibaba, either use trade assurance or PayPal. Like you can also pay through PayPal to Alibaba suppliers. So PayPal is the safest method until you establish the business relationship and do a couple orders with them, and then you can start doing wire transfers. So PayPal is the preferred method at the beginning until you start getting thousands of dollars worth of orders, and that's when you start doing wire transfers. Do not make wire transfers at the beginning, because once you issue the money, it's just gone. This is very important, guys. Make sure to choose the right method depending on where you are in dropshipping. And if you have any questions regarding this, make sure to leave a comment below. And in the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly design a store in a professional manner, not like the video that I posted for beginners. It's like this one is going to be completely different. It's going to be like from A to Z. There are going to be a couple videos because it's going to be a long process, and I'm going to be highlighting everything. And after that, I'm going to start posting videos about the best Facebook strategy, and it is literally the best Facebook strategy that you can learn anywhere online. So make sure to drop a like below and let me know what you think in the comments. See you in another video.